Hello, welcome back to school. I am Mr. Jamieson. I'm your student's math teacher this year. I teach geometry and I teach calculus. And I'm going to walk you through some slides and explain a little bit about them. If you've got some other questions at the end, you can email me. My email will be on one of these slides. All right, so let's dive right in. Let's see, course information. I'm mostly in two classrooms. I have tutorial in a third classroom, so your student already knows where that is. If there's confusion about it, they can ask me. I also added in the online material, so there are some links to some pertinent information on Canvas. We used Canvas last year, and so I put some links on there for the main pieces of the lesson for each day. All right, so that stuff's there for geometry and it's there for calculus. In class, we use a variety of different learning methods, but some of the apps that we will use are Desmos and GeoGebra and Jamboard, AP Classroom. I didn't add in there, but AP Classroom for those calculus students to supplement with videos so that they can see the material before they walk in the door and hear about it. So we use some variety of different apps there. And that's all on their Chromebooks they can use that they've been given. All right, grades. You can check your students' grades on Parent View. That's the only place that grades will be. There is a setting in Canvas for grades, but ignore any grades that you see in Canvas. There's no Canvas grading. It's just using Synergy or Parent View. So how are they graded for geometry and for calculus? Everything's based on their proficiency. So how well do they know the topics that we are covering? It's 100% on tests, and students in both classes will be given an opportunity to revise that test. They'll take the test, I'll collect it, I'll circle the things that, the numbers that have some sort of error, and they'll get some time in class to revise that for full points. It does vary from there. Geometry tends to get a lot more opportunities in the sense of retakes and things like that. Calculus is a little bit more strict. I can go over that possibly at parent conferences or something like that. But it's fairly straightforward. It's on the tests, and then everything we're doing in class builds to that understanding, right? So not graded on the learning part of it. They're graded at the end. What can they show? What do we cover in geometry? These are the things that we cover in geometry at minimum. So we're in transformations right now. We're going to aim to get all the way through probability. Just kind of the basics there. Probably remember from geometry in high school. In calculus, we have a textbook. We cover through the 6th chapter in that textbook and a couple other sections from other areas, but limits, derivatives, applications of derivatives, integrals, and applications of definite integrals. All right, so it follows all of the coursework that you would need for AP Calculus to succeed on the AP Calculus test. All right, so what does a typical day look like for pretty much any class? I have a lot of routines in the form of warm-ups and notebooks and unit planners and things like that. There's an agenda always posted, so the students get the sense of like some consistency there. They know what to expect within a framework, but there's also variety in the way that they might access the new material with the apps that I use, or some vocabulary development in games and matching games, things like that. I also try to provide students with feedback, including some auto-checking apps that I use, like Desmos can automatically check to see if something's correct. Specifically in geometry, we use that. But also just clear examples that are worked out that show this is what it looks like to have a correct answer, so that there's not a lot of guesswork. We use group work as well. I tend to see that really helps students gain a lot of understanding there. All right, so how can you contact me if you have questions? This is my email. It's on the Franklin website, rjamieson@pps.net. And let's see here. So how can you find the syllabus for your student's class? So you would navigate to the Franklin website, and then you click on teachers and staff, and then just scroll down to Rob Jamieson. Last I checked, they still had last year's, but they'll be updating that. This is kind of like the main pieces for the syllabus anyway, but there you go. That'll be there for you. And we're going to try to be Franklin strong this year. So far, so good. It's been great. I've been enjoying meeting all your students. And like I said, if you have questions, just let me know. Love to hear from you.